Humble greetings from the community of St. Aloysius Secondary School, Chitanga, a school that nurtures a girl child. To you watching us from this beautiful Green Valley, we introduce to you Stack Online Lessons, in which we bring to you the episodes of different lessons that take place in the advanced A-level curriculum that has just been blended towards bridging the old curriculum with the new curriculum. And here we are straight away to begin with the history. And we introduce the topic of clans. And our teacher of history is ready to give us the details. Sir, how are you?
I'm all right.
My name is Ishimwe Jonan, and it is my pleasure to host you on Stack TV. Straight away, would you please kill our ignorance and tell us about clans?
Thank you, our dear moderator, for such a good organization. To all our viewers, I'm Levi Krikayo and I'm a teacher of history here. Today, your question is about a clan. And it is for everyone's concern and everyone's ability to understand what a clan is.
Sure.
Because a clan is the basis of everyone, and everyone must have where he or she belongs. So, in simple terms, we can define a clan as a group of people that have got a similar origin, a similar belonging, a similar traditional custom or cultural norm, or a value that is attached together. So that is how I can simply define a clan. A clan, in Uganda, we have different clans, and what makes a clan is different and valid depending on where you are. A clan has many components, but majorly, under the components of a clan, we have a common ancestor. Secondly, we have a common totem. Thirdly, we have a common language. We also have a common culture. Then we can also have a common origin. Those are some of the components of a clan. Maybe I can talk about each component. When we talk of an ancestor, that is the ground where all the members belong to or originated from.
All right, I may ask you to pause a bit. What if I told you that my ancestor is Abraham? As a historian, would you subscribe to my school of thought?
Then for you, on a biblical side of it, you may be right. But on a setup, we are saying that a clan is a group of people with a same origin. When we go to Abraham, the Christian, that is a Christian content or understanding of it. Okay. It is very valid, and a clan is not all that valid. Okay. So even if people of different clans belong to Abraham by Christian, so we have different clans. Then when they are composite, they form a tribe. So when we talk of Abraham, it can be a tribe of Israel, but not a clan. A clan is not all that big.
Okay, get you, sir. Proceed.
Now, a common ancestor is where you find that people share a common person who produced them. For example, here in Western Uganda, especially among the Bachiga, we have different clans. For example, we have like the Bahimba, the Himba. That is a clan. They have someone whom they originated from, and later formed a big group of people coming from the same person, using the same language, using the same cultural norms, having the same beliefs, and they have the same totem. If I can talk of a totem, maybe a totem is something like a symbol, of which a certain group of people believes in. It may be a bird, it may be an animal, it may be any other physical feature of which a certain group of people believes in.
Okay.
Like among the Bachiga, they have like the Siege Club, the Basije. They believe in that Ntengove. I don't know how you call it in English.
Okay.
Ntengove.
I think this is the heifer that is thin.
With different colors. It is a colored cow. that
get
has
you.
many colors. And that totem, we can simply talk about its origin. The origin of the totem depended on circumstances that befell a community or a group of people.
Oh.
For example, if they were hunters, and maybe they are hunting, like a kobe
Okay.
kills one of their strong hunter, then that would become an enemy. But in the due process, there are animals that were lovely. For example, you are doing a certain activity and that animal is not hostile to you. Or it has a good color and you like it as a community or as a group of people. Then that would become your lovely animal and that became your totem. Sometimes it depended on the nature and the character of some animals. There are animals that are gentle.
Like a dove?
They are gentle. So some clans would adopt that animal because of the character. So that's why they would get totems. On that way, they had both friendly animals and the enemies. They are animals of enmity depended on the worst conditions they faced. For example, some communities, they would visit others, especially among the Basija I had talked about.
Yes.
They made the Ngobe their worst animal because one time they visited a certain clan and they prepared it as meat. Then they put in poison. And it claimed many of their people. So they said from today, Eruyo Musiji should not eat this colored cow. Neither should you have it in your club. Unless you have just reared it yourself and you prepare it.
Maybe to ask you about the Basiji, what would be that very special etymology of the word Basiji? Is it coming from soil? Is it coming from an animal? Is it a tree? Exactly, what is the exact etymology of the word Basiji?
Most of the times, they would name according to their common ancestor. For example, their strong father maybe had like 3 sons and each son had a name. So people who followed that lineage would acquire that clan name. So you may find that the origin of the Basiji, the Musiji was a name given to their ancestor by the other traditional ancestors. So they all inherited that name.
Okay.
So that's how they would acquire names. Then when we talk of the other component of same culture. A clan, since it is a group of people with the same belonging, they must have the same cultural norms. For example, speak the same language,
Yes.
eat the same food, have the same dancing code. They can have the same food types they like eating. So that is all about the cultural setup as also another component that makes a clan. We had also talked of ideology.
The ideologies.
The clan ideas.
Which is more common in the modern society.
Yeah. This has continued even to shape us today. People did activities, all sorts of different things depending on their clans. There were clans that specialized in certain activities. For example, here in Kabale, we have a clan of Abahesi. They were called the Abahesi, craftsmen.
Yes.
The Mordas. Why did they inherit that name? It is because they used it to do that kind of art, artisan, and smelting. And therefore they were named the Bahesi. And all descendants today, they inherit the same art.
The same art.
You are born in a family and you know your role is to iron, smelt. It is to do such kind of artisans. So that's why we talk about how it molded the generation.
Okay. So it is such an interesting kind of topic. And what kind of, I recall one of my O-level literature lessons, they taught us about identity from the book Growing Up with Poetry by David Rubadry. So I'm imagining that the government's philosophy to put such a kind of topic into this A-level curriculum of history, maybe are they trying to show that we have lost our identity? Are they taking us back to the roots like Lucky Dube sang? Exactly. Why do you think the ministry thought about bringing about this in
Yeah,
class?
it is quite a good understanding that people need to trace their origin and have a belonging.
Okay.
I can connect that point of identity with belongingness. Everywhere you go, you talk about yourself. And the major thing people are always interested in is where do you come from?
Okay.
Who are your relatives? Who are your family connects? So that is identity. How can you identify yourself? How can people know you?
Well, maybe to pause a bit, these days they say that blood is no longer thicker than water, meaning that in some instances, I may not need my blood family, but rather the family of the social capital that I've made. So what would you tell to a modern youth about this kind of philosophy of belonging to a certain blood type, blood group, or whatever, in a certain kind of lineage towards the clan things? What if I have very many friends where I am and abroad, and those are enough?
I have just one statement that combines all. In the mechanical section,
Yes.
when they are designing a car, they put a front glass and the side mirrors.
Yeah, I get
The role of the side mirror is to remind you where you're coming from. Though you are focusing on moving forward, but you should not forget the backward.
Okay.
Therefore, no matter the type of generation, whether you are in a .com world, you must know where you came from. Why? Biologically, we have what we call inbreeding. If you cannot trace your brothers, it means you will end up marrying your sister. And with its own related challenges.
I get you.
Therefore, we must let learners know of their clans, must know their brothers and sisters whom they share the same ancestor, so that we can solve those problems. We can also not forget about moral generation and degeneration. And unless we train them of the traits of our clan systems, what were the do's and don'ts, they will continue living in a disorganized community, irrespective of their level of education. Therefore, blood is always thicker than water, unless you oppose it with your own understanding. But in reality, we cannot forget where we're coming from if we are to live a better and settled society in Uganda today. Therefore, I thank the government which thought of it and making it actually one of the first topics in the competence-based curriculum for A-level.
Okay.
To remind people of where they came from, how they should live, how they should behave, so that they can interact with the outside society.
All right, so thank you very much, Teacher Levi Kurikayo, for such an elaborate kind of and lucid explanation towards clans and their laws and their importances to a modern society. We have just come to learn and unlearn some of the misconceptions we had, and it's been something like a vibrant lesson which tomorrow is going to help very many learners out there. And so probably in your last remarks to today's lesson, what would be your last take statements for the students that are watching us and taking notes?
In simple terms, I can just make a summary of why is there a need for a learner to understand a clan. First of all, the foundation of life is the youngest stage. Like English said that you bend a tree when it is still young. These learners need to understand where they came from, so that it can prepare them morally upright.
Okay.
We can also look at attitudes. Clans can change our attitudes. Since every clan was specialized in a certain activity, we should not look at ourselves as a weak community, especially in this life of unemployment, where most of the learners or most of the Ugandans, they struggle for professional jobs and they leave other duties because they forgot the set of a clan.
Yes.
There is also mutual help in a community,
which is paramount.
For us in communities or in a clan system, in the case of a party, we organize ourselves together we pool our resources and work as one. Especially when we have lost the relative, when you have lost your friend, that is a set of a clan. Your clan members will always organize and help you. Okay. If you have like a wedding party, they involve in different activities. If we have a certain challenge at a community level, maybe like it is a road, it is like a community school, we always gather our efforts together. Therefore, why should a learner study all of that? It helps a learner to have that connection of unity. Okay. Unity working together. So therefore, I would like to encourage learners, no matter the distance you move, no matter the level of education you acquire, do not forget the right path. And that right path is the path that is connected to your family, and your family is connected to your clan. Keep your home behaviors.
All right, so thank you very much, Teacher Lev, for giving us this beautiful lesson. We hope that the students and all learners who are popping in to this very channel will always find lucrative information for their own academic digestion. It's been nice hosting you on Stack TV. To you is watching us. Teacher Kurika Lev is a senior teacher of History and Geography from the Department of Arts at St. Aloysius Secondary School, Chitanga, where we say that hard labor pays, and we hope that this lesson becomes an added advantage to our people there who are also going to engage in our next episodes. We hope you will always be there to give us your audience. May God bless you.